Welcome back. Today in our Sunday Spotlight, the UConn football team is heading to Boston, hoping for one last W this year when they play in Saturday's Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Channel 3 Sports Director Joe Zone will be in Boston for the festivities before, during, and after the bowl appearance, and joins me now. This was the goal. We talked to you before the season started, and it was go to a bowl game, and this is one UConn fans can drive to. So you got to figure this is a success.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, nobody that I know of was talking about 8 wins when the season started. Hoping 6, which would make you bowl eligible. To get to 8 wins, and now a possible 9, I think maybe 3 times in the school's history they've won 9 games. So, and if you want to get there, just drive up to that good old baseball stadium up there in Boston, which I've been to a couple of times myself, but never to see a football game, you know. That'll be interesting.
Now, they're playing UNC. UNC, of course, famously fired their coach and hired Bill Belichick. He will not be coaching. But that speaks to the kind of year UNC had. They did limp in at 6-6, and you know, like Darius Butler, UConn alum, said to Belichick on his show, "Glad the loss to UConn won't be on your record, Coach." We'll see about that, but it's going to be interesting taking on that program.
Well, again, you know, they're taking on, you know, the ACC this year. They lost 3 games to ACC teams, so this is a chance to maybe just show some people that they can play outside of the teams that they beat, the Temples and the Georgia States, and that play good teams in a good conference, and they were close in those games. Yeah. As far as Belichick, you know, I got to believe he's going to be there to see the team in person. I don't think he's doing any press conferences, but I think he's going to be there to watch the team.
Also interesting, of course, is the transfer portal. Coach Moore, I think, has done a pretty upstanding job always, even before this year, of saying, listen, we helped you be good, go out and get your opportunities. But he's even said some guys may go in the portal, come back, some guys are playing, some guys aren't. It's an interesting time in college sports.
The big loss is their real good running back, Darrell Robinson. He goes to, I'm told, Auburn for about 3 times the money. And that's what it's all about now. It used to be facilities and reputation and coaching. Who can pay me the most? So he's gone, he won't play. Skylar Bell is their leading receiver. He's in the portal, but hasn't gone anywhere yet, so I think he'll probably play, you know, in the bowl game. You can go in there, and you can still play for your own team when you decide to go with another team. And he's got some guys coming in from the portal who I think he's told us was practicing, who will also be eligible to play in the bowl game. But that's why I think Belichick and guys like Moore can be a success now, because college football is like pro football. You have a salary cap, which is basically, you know, nil, that kind of thing. And you've got free agency, which is basically the transfer portal. So guys like Belichick have done that in the NFL, Moore, who coached in the NFL. And I think that's why guys like that now can be successful in college football.
Well, and I think he came out early on, as soon as he got here, when people would leave in the portal, and he would wish them well and say, I hope you kill it at the next stop. And I think that was an important message to say, come here and resurrect your career, learn from me, get better, and we won't begrudge you those opportunities. I think that's a big deal.
Well, he's coaching kids up. Don't forget, this is an NFL head coach. So if you're a kid who's kind of thinking about going to the NFL, you already have a chance to play for a guy who knows what NFL talent is like. And if you get better and you have a better opportunity somewhere else, I'm glad that they wish them well. No hard feelings. Go play someplace else. And he's doing the same thing with other kids going into the portal, coming from other schools.
One more football question. Yep. It's a 2-parter. We said, you know, MSG, we like to arrogantly call Stores South.
Yes.
This Stores North at Fenway. Ticket sales for bowl games are important, and do you think UConn will win?
I do think UConn's going to win. Ticket sales obviously are, you know, revenue drives the whole thing. These are not big bowl games where there's a lot of TV money. ESPN controls all 41 of them. I think there's 41 bowl games. They control basically the whole thing. The big money's going to those big games, but UConn gets a little here. They sell some ticket sales. It'd be great, though, to have, this could be what, Fenway way north? Remember Rensselaer North. Yeah. That's what it would be. And fill that place up. Yeah, I think it'd be great.
I want to talk to you about basketball. As you know, I went to Maui. I traveled 5,000 miles with my family and inadvertently watched UConn lose 3 times.
Yes, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. But they've looked great since. And I can tell you, before that last losers bracket game, everybody, all the UConn fans were saying there, Baylor, Texas, Gonzaga, Xavier, we're screwed. They've looked pretty good now.
Hey, and by the way, Maui, they lost to Dayton. Dayton also knocked off Marquette. Dayton is a lot better team than people think they are. But since then, they've come back. Even when Alex Caravan, who definitely is their best player all around, when he's off, some other guys pick up. McNeely, the freshman, is phenomenal. Solo Ball has stepped up. Look, the Big East, the other night, the overtime game, it's going to be like that all season long. But the best thing about that, boom, when they get to postseason, they are ready to go.
Yeah, that conference gets you ready. And I thought you said that about Caravan. Sean Miller, when they played Xavier this week, the head coach said Caravan might be the biggest winner ever in college basketball. He's leading that team. In Maui, when it looked horrible, it's a small arena. He's coming right by you, going on and off. He is for sure the heart and soul of that team.
Yeah, as Hurley said at that same press conference later on, he's made all of us richer and winners because of the way he plays. Everybody's had so much success around him. And this is a guy who could win 3 national championships, possible 3 national championships.
30 seconds left. All that hubbub from Maui about Hurley and his behavior. Did you buy into any of that?
I love it personally.
Me too.
I don't want to see when he turns to the crowd and brings them on like that, and I have no problem with it. Maybe he cost them a technical foul once in a while, but I think all the positives that come with it are so much better.
Well, as you know, you do sports and I do news because I can't do sports because I just openly root for my teams. And UConn is one of them. And I appreciate you being here to talk UConn football, UConn basketball. We're all out of time, so we can't talk about how the Mets took Soto from the Yankees, but we'll get to that next time.
I look forward to it.
That is CT24 for this week. CBS Sunday Morning's coming up next. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll meet you back here in Studio A next Sunday morning.